one. Hello and welcome to Patriot Stadium for the 2020 NJSIAA Northwest Group C Girls Soccer State Quarterfinals between the number 3 seed Wayne Hills and the number 6 seed Roxbury. I'm Luke Iannuzzi alongside Jason Hook, and tonight's day match is the quarterfinal round of the Northwest Group C States bracket. Last game for Roxbury, they had to play in the first round, and Wayne Hills had a bye. In the first round, Roxbury took down 11 seed Morris Hills 1-0 in that game, and Wayne Hills, with the bye, now plays them as they won that last match. We are back now after the anthem being played. Roxbury with a record of 8-1-4, and Wayne Hills with a record of 9-1-1. Now Wayne Hills, though they did have a bye in the first round of this state bracket, their last game was against Immaculate Heart, and that was their first tie of the year and their only tie. It was a tie 3-3 with Mia Lombardi scoring 1 goal, Sophia Bradley scoring 2 goals, Sophia Kearney with an assist, Bea Bayazkhan with an assist, and Janella Sierra, the goalkeeper, with 5 saves in that game. And now the last game that we broadcasted, I wasn't there for it, so I'm going to throw it over to Jason Hook with a recap of the Wayne Hills versus Fairlawn game.
Now, our last game that we broadcasted for the Wayne Hills girls soccer team was against the Fairlawn Cutters. They won with Sophia Bradley having 2 goals and an own goal from the Cutters themselves, the end score being 4-1.
Wayne Hills has put up some really great numbers this season with a great record and had a really amazing season this year, as well as many of the other teams in this bracket. So now the number 1 seed, Wayne Valley, with a record of 10-1. They achieved the 1 seed, and they're playing against the number 8 seed Mendham right now. And the number 2 seed Chatham, also 10-1, is playing up against the 10 seed Montville, who upset the number 7 seed Sparta 1-0 in their game. And the other game going on right now is the number 5 seed West Morris versus the number 4 seed Morris Knowles. And right now is being broadcasted Wayne Hills versus Roxbury.
So far, Hills has had a great year so far. They did end up getting the first round bye in this tournament. They've had an amazing team all around them. Even with from freshmen to seniors, their entire team works so well together. It's great to see the chemistry on the field. It reminds you of sort of a professional soccer team, and these are just teenagers.
And girls soccer in USA clearly has shown their dominance, winning year after year after year, winning game after game after game. And these girls looking like a junior version of that team. It's just great chemistry from people who've been playing on the same team for 4 years. Some of the seniors, like Julia Galisi and Courtney Root, who's been a starter since her freshman year, as well as Kirsten Stepien, who's been playing since her freshman year and earned a starter spot her sophomore year. And Courtney Root, one thing we'd always talk about was her commitment to Columbia that she had sophomore year, but seems she will be attending another college that she has completely committed to as of last month.
Courtney Root, one of the star players on this team. Other freshmen on the team are already starring, to name a few, Sophia Bradley and Megan Weiss. It looks like they could be on the starting role for the next 4 years, maybe even get a role in college, become just like Courtney Root, who's going to college to play soccer. Hopefully they can all have a bright future in the game, as you love to see all these young players develop over the years.
And these other teams, aside from football, always have these great young players, because with not as many members as a football team, obviously some younger players get to start and they really get to build up in a sport, and they can end up playing for all 4 years. So now Roxbury, in their last game against Morris Hills, they took a win 1-0. And Julia Osterman, the freshman, with the only goal there. And Morris Hills goalie ended up having 11 saves. And the Roxbury goalie, Emily Honig, only having 2 saves, and only 5 shots on goal were allowed throughout the entire game. Abby Polito, the Morris Hills goalie, the big star of that team, the leader of that team, let that 1 goal in the second half, and Morris Hills could not come back from that deficit. And Roxbury ended up taking the win there and are ending up playing the 3-seed Wayne Hills in this game on the way to the semifinals.
Both teams about to take the field now. Whoever wins this game will face off against the winner in the next round of Chatham versus Montville, moving on to the semifinals.
And the team with only the group with only 11 teams in the bracket. The 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 seeds got byes. So that means the 5 seed and the 4 seed automatically will play each other in this quarterfinal bracket. Morris Hills and Morris Knowles and West Morris. Now both teams are taking the field, and Wayne Hills will start with the kickoff.
First touch, we are underway here in Wayne.
The game starts off with Root passing back with Mia Lombardi. A pass back to the defender, Ava Osbach, the sophomore. And Roxbury with a clearance. Doesn't quite get out of bounds. Wayne Hill is able to keep it in. And now it goes out of bounds on Wayne Hills, and number 12 of Roxbury, senior Gianna Musmano, to throw in. And then never mind, she hands it off to Dylan Fay. The big throw there. However, Wayne Hills heads it back out of bounds. And another throw-in goes to Wayne Hills once again, trying to get it through their defense. Root with the pass through. Lombardi can't quite get there. That one goes back to the Wayne Hills goalie, Liciero. Janella Sierro started last year. Was supposed to be the starting goalie, but due to injuries, she ended up getting a starting position from after the first game. And she did such an amazing job and really showed up from previous years, and now this year she's doing even better than ever. And the ball goes back out of bounds once again. It looks like it's going to be a corner kick for Roxbury. It's number 22, Morgan Joyce. And chip over. Goes off a Hills defender. And they're able to get a header and try and get it out of the box. And Courtney Root has the ball, and it's intercepted there. Now Roxbury with it back once again, but the Hills defense able to clear it out. Now Roxbury back with the ball at midfield. This Roxbury team filled with a lot more seniors than underclassmen, especially compared to the Wayne Hills team with a lot of underclassmen, especially underclassmen starters. Now Luciero just sends it away for Wayne Hills. Goes off the knee of a Roxbury player there now with number 6, Lauren McGowan and Courtney Root. And Root able to take it back for Wayne Hills. Gets a pass up through, but too far out for Sophia Kearney. And kicked out by goalie Willow Bradley. And now another throw-in for Roxbury. Passing around midfield. Lombardi trying to steal it. Can't quite get there yet, so Roxbury still maintains it. And trying to pass around, and they still keep the ball. And whistles are blown. It's going to be a free kick for Wayne Hills. Now Wayne Hills running up, getting to midfield. The pass out to Mia Lombardi. Pass back to Bradley, now to Root. Root crossing it. Trying to take a shot is Lily Weltman. But a shot hits a Roxbury defender. And they kick it out of bounds. And Wayne Hills now to throw. Fighting out by the sideline now. Wayne Hill is able to maintain possession. There's a cross to Lombardi. It's over her head, but she keeps possession of the ball. Trying to dribble around the defense and get off a pass. She can't. And the Roxbury defense able to clear it slightly, but the ball does go out of bounds. Roxbury's throw. Far throw, but it bounces off a Roxbury player, and it goes back to Courtney Root. And Wayne Hills with the ball back once again. Root making a break. Tries to get off a cross, but Roxbury intercepts it. But now Wayne Hills back with the ball once again. Sophia Bradley on the right sideline. Trying to make a cross, but again intercepted by Roxbury. Again, the Wayne Hills midfield able to keep it with them. Off ahead now, Mia Lombardi has it, but the Roxbury defense able to kick it out of bounds, and now Wayne Hills will have to throw in once again.
Hills almost had a shot on goal there from Mia Lombardi. Unfortunately, it is kicked out.
Another throw in, passing back to midfield. It's Cara Blakesley trying to get off a pass there, and now the pass is through. It's number 6, Megan Weiss. Now that ball kicked back, goes out of bounds, and it will be for another Wayne Hills throw-in. Blakely's throw to Weltman. Again, the ball goes out of bounds. Thrown again to Weltman, but Wayne Hills now able to keep it in bounds. Lombardi trying to find a pass. She gets off to Weiss. Weiss a shot. Blocked by number 15, Haley Opper of Roxbury. Now Kearney trying to fight with Morgan and Joyce for it. The ball does go out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in for Roxbury. Roxbury's throw-in. Headed by number 24, Sophia Bradley. And now the Wayne Hills defense with it. Up now, it's 19, Bree Ramadani. The Roxbury defense clears it, but it does go out of bounds, and Wayne Hills will throw. A throw to number 9, Carissa Goodwin. Moves back with the pass out to Blakesley. Now with another pass out to Kearney. And the ball goes out of bounds. The throw-in goes far. Kearney chasing, isn't able to catch up to it. And the ball goes out of bounds again for another Wayne Hills throw-in. Bradley's throw to Root. Ball once again goes out of bounds, but now Roxbury to throw. And again out of bounds for yet another throw-in for Wayne Hills. Hills with it at midfield, and Root loses it. But the midfield kicks it up to the offense. And Sophia Bradley loses it, but Wayne Hills still able to keep with it, and two players collide, and the whistles will be blown.
Very tough there. Hopefully nobody hurt. Looks like they're both getting up now. Continuing play. Free kick from Hills.
Two of the players just happened to cross paths there and collided with each other and both went down, but free kick given to Wayne Hills here. It's going to be taken by number 19. Taken by 19, Bree Ramadani, and it's just far left. And now it goes to our goalie, Emily Honig. Goal kick doesn't get too far. Wayne Hill's still with it now. However, it does go back to Honig, the Roxbury goalie. Goal kick. Got two around the 40. Megan Weiss. Pass out to Bradley. And the throw-in goes right back out of bounds. Wayne Hills with it at midfield. Ramadani. And at the left side, passes back to Root. Root, great pass through to Lombardi, but it's Haley Opper, the junior, on defense. He made a couple of great stops so far today.
Lombardi almost had another shot there. Another miss.
And Waltman with the cross out to Kearney. Bradley chasing it. She's just going to let it go out of bounds and give Roxbury the throw-in. Roxbury's still with it, able to get it out to their offense now. And they try to get a pass through, but Wayne Hills defense able to stop it, and now they kick it back to their goalie, Luciero. Crossing it over to Osbeck. Now Wayne Hills with it at midfield. And Kearney can't catch up with it. The ball goes out of bounds for Roxbury to throw in. And Wayne Hills with the ball now. But Roxbury's defense clears it out, and now Wayne Hills is back at midfield. Running within, Wayne Hills still trying to intercept it from Roxbury here. And now Wayne Hills has it again. That ball too far over. Over Sophia Kearney's head. And to the Roxbury goalie. A goal kick. Deflects and goes out of bounds. Now Roxbury to throw. And Joyce passing back. Pass going forward, but the Wayne Hills defense has it now. And Bree Ramadani gets tripped up by Musmano. And yeah, she did land pretty hard. She's clutching at her lower back there. Might have knocked the wind out of her a little bit, but she's easy to get up now.
It's been a very physical game so far. Yellow cards all over the place. It's been out of bounds. Very tough on almost every single possession. Still no score. That just shows how much each team cares about not letting up a goal.
At 25 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first half here. Goodwin's kick goes to Weltman. He passes out to Lombardi on the left. He gets it back to Kearney in the center. Lombardi passing back to Courtney Root. Crosses it over. And the cross. And they try to get it to stay in bounds, but Sophia Bradley just barely misses there. And Roxbury now set to throw. And that one deflects off of Bradley again. Roxbury set to throw. Wayne Hills tried to get the offense with the ball there, but they can't. Now it goes back to their defense. And Wayne Hills defense still with it now. And Wayne Hills formation set up in something like a 4-4-3-2 or 4-4-1-1 formation. Roxbury set up in a 4-4-2. And Wayne Hills with a good break here. We got 4 forwards there. Lombardi's shot is saved by the Roxbury goalie there. A good shot and yet another shot on goal now for Wayne Hills, but Emily Honig, the senior goalkeeper for Roxbury, able to make a good save there.
That was a close one there from Ozbek. That could have been her 3rd shot of the game, but so far, Roxbury's been very good at keeping the ball away from her.
And Wayne Hills with it again at midfield. Making a bit of a break here. Courtney Root with it now. Passes over to Lombardi out on the left again. A through pass forward trying to get to Sophia Bradley, but not quick enough to get there. But Wayne Hills does retain possession. And they're starting back at midfield once again. Bree Ramadani passing to Lombardi. And Kearney back to Lombardi. But Roxbury defense able to get it back again. Lombardi trips over the ball. The ball stays in bounds, and the Roxbury defense able to take it back. But Carissa Goodwin running in, keeping it with Wayne Hills. And Wellman loses the ball, and now Roxbury again with it. They kick it out of bounds. Carla Ferris, the senior defender there, able to steal the ball away from Wellman. Wayne Hills throw goes to Root. Passes back to Ramadani. Lombardi tried to stick with it, but lost her footing there, and it'll be another Wayne Hills throw-in. Thrown from Ramadani. Down to the center. But Wayne Hills sticking with it. And Roxbury's defense able to intercept that pass there. Now Wayne Hills back to square one, stuck at midfield. Now another break there from Bradley. Gets Wayne Hills right back to where they were before, and the kick sky high from Sophia Kearney there.
That one unfortunately goes between the two uprights of the field goal. Unfortunately, way too high to reach the actual goal.
And we see number 19, the junior Morgan Lessig, coming in the game now for junior Lauren McGowan. And now the goal kick from Roxbury's Emily Honig. And a good pass there. There's Vanessa Suarez on the run, but can't quite get to it. Point cleared by the Wayne Hills defense. And Waltman's pass. Too far out of range. And it'll stay with Roxbury as they throw in. And Wayne Hill's able to steal the ball back there. The Roxbury defense clearing it once again, and now Wayne Hills is back at midfield. Osbeck's pass to Root, center of the field. Now out of bounds again on Roxbury. Wayne Hills set to throw. And throw goes to Root, who gets tripped up by Lessig. And now on the run. As Kearney tries to get a shot off but can't. And now Roxbury with it. Julia Osterman, who scored the goal in the last game against Morris Hills, gets tripped up by Kyra Blakesley on defense there. Now Roxbury with it, center court. Wayne Hills defense takes over, gets it out to them at midfield. Donnie's pass to Lombardi. The ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Roxbury. That ball goes back out of bounds. Now Wayne Hills with a substitution. And it looks like Carissa Goodwin is coming out, and number 11, Kirsten Stepien, is coming in on defense. Roxbury tries to push the offensive, but Wayne Hill's able to take it back. And Courtney Root tries to get the ball back, and she does. Wayne Hill's able to maintain possession now. There's Bradley. Bradley with a through pass intercepted by Roxbury. Now Roxbury has it now. McDonald's pass is intercepted again by Wayne Hills. Now Sophia Bradley with it. Pass back to Courtney Root. And Blakesley's pass goes out of bounds. Throwing from Roxbury to get past the slide, but can't get past Courtney Root. Ground on offense and defense. That's why she plays midfield. Now Sophia Bradley cutting through for Wayne Hills, but they lose the ball, and Roxbury's defense clears it back to midfield. And a great pass through again to Osterman. But Osterman's by herself there. It's a 2 versus 1. Now a 3 versus 1 as Kirsten Stepien comes in. And she saw Kirsten Stepien coming in from behind and knew she was surrounded, and Ava Osbach. And with that opportunity to get the steal there. And Kirsten Stepien, a usual starter for Wayne Hills, but Goodwin taking the start over her for this game. But now she comes in with 16 minutes to go, and 2 players collide, and Wayne Hills again able to get the ball back. Running up is Megan Weiss. Pass to Bradley, now to Kearney, who takes a shot, and it is saved by goalkeeper Emily Honig.
That one just right of the woodworks there. Could not get the goal off. Another shot on goal for Wayne Hills. That makes 2 now. It's been a very close game, though it's only 0-0. 15 minutes left in the first half.
Both teams have been putting up a good match here, but Wayne Hills still has had many more shots on goal than Roxbury. Roxbury's only had maybe a couple of them. And Wayne Hills has had 2 good offensive breaks. Just haven't been able to put any points up on the board. Now Bradley's shot, and it hits the bottom upright of the field goal post there.
Shot almost went in there from number 24, freshman Sophia Bradley. Goal kick now for Roxbury.
Roxbury also making 2 substitutions there. Or just 1 for right now. Jacqueline Grady, the junior, coming in for number 10, the sophomore Vanessa Suarez. Wayne Hills also with a substitution. Brianna Ramadani out and Carissa Goodwin back in. Westbeck's pass to Blakesley. Now to Bradley. And Courtney Root takes a hard fall there and gets tripped up by Morgan Lessig. And a good free kick there. Bradley tried to get a foot on it, but Wayne Hill's still able to keep it. Mia Lombardi puts that shot in and gets Wayne Hills up on the board. A great shot there from Mia Lombardi.
Lombardi's been close all game so far. She's been staying on Roxbury's side of the field. She's gotten a few chances that have been stolen away from Roxbury, but she finally gets the goal with 13 minutes left in the half. Puts Hills up 1-0. This seems like the game is going to get a lot more exciting from here on out.
The defense was occupied by Bradley there. Bradley was meant to get it, but the kick, she wanted to head it, but put her foot up, couldn't quite get her foot up there. Then Mia Lombardi ran past the 2 defenders she was being covered by and had no one else in front of her to get in the way of that shot, and the shot buried right in, right past the goalkeeper. A great shot there from Mia Lombardi to give Wayne Hills a 1-0 lead. Goodwin on the right side. Branching out to the middle. But now Roxbury with it. And Hills with a header at midfield. But Roxbury now with the ball. And Sophia Bradley with the steal there. Gives it back to Wayne Hills.
12 and a half minutes remain in the first half. Wayne Hills gets on the board with a goal from number 20, Mia Lombardi. This came from number 7, Courtney Root. Patriots lead it 1-0.
Announcement from Mr. Ettinger there. From the Wayne Hills score. Now Roxbury with it. And 2 defenders there. Carissa Goodwin able to get the steal there. A fall from Joyce, but no call. She had 2 defenders behind her, and Carissa Goodwin was able to get in front of her and take that ball away.
She almost had that one there. That would have tied the game up.
Now a substitution for Wayne Hills, number 3. Sophia Kearney going out. Looks like number 22, Sydney Chesson, comes in. Yes, it is Sydney Chesson. I was passing around with the defense. Osbeck with it now. It's out to midfield, but Roxbury playing with a heavy offense now, trying to keep it with them. And now Courtney Root with it for Wayne Hills. Pass out to Bradley. Bradley with it now for Hills. Trying to get off a cross. She gets to the middle. Her shot is just wide right.
Bradley uses her amazing footwork to get to about the middle between the 2 tens, about toward the middle of the goal. She uses that great footwork to get from just the corner of the field all the way to a great spot to have the cross. Just couldn't get that.
And great speed, too, to get to that pass from Root, which went a bit far because she couldn't stop before she sent that pass. She had to run past the defender, give Wayne Hills the momentum back, and have the break, and couldn't stop before getting the pass off. So it went a bit far, and she was able to keep up with it and stop the ball and at least get a shot on goal, but shot goes wide right. Roxbury tries to get a pass through. They can't now. Go back a bit for them. And the ball goes out of bounds. Wayne Hills with a throw in. 9 minutes, 8 seconds left here in the first half. Wayne Hills up 1-0 with that goal from Mia Lombardi. Hills defense with it here now. Blakesley to Root. Through to Bradley. Ball goes out of bounds there. And throwing from Blakesley. To Chesson now. And Chesson trying to keep it with the Wayne Hills attack force here.
Chesson fighting for that one. Great to see the amount of effort coming from this team trying to keep the ball on their own side.
Bradley, the pass back to Bayalskon. But the Roxbury defense still fighting through, trying to keep it with them and get to their offense. And though they push the ball back to the Wayne Hills defense, the Roxbury offense not able to stay with it. Wayne Hills passing back their defense there. And now they get it to Sophia Bradley. Bradley sticking with it. Some great footwork there.
Osterback falls over there.
Yeah, I think it was a good sell job, but
not quite.
Yeah, not quite sold well enough for a referee's call there.
The two freshmen there, Julia Osterman, who had the only goal in Roxbury's last game, and, of course, Sophia Bradley, who's leading the team in goals. Really one of the best players on the field. It's kind of fitting that she wears the number 24 here. Always the number worn by one of the better players on the field. You know, Marshawn Lynch, Kobe Bryant, really showing off the mentality. And one of the star players for this Hills team.
Vanessa Suarez coming back in and Chloe Hernandez going out. Pass out Bradley. Bradley gets the ball to the goalkeeper and she stops it. Sends it away. We'll go kick there and call a free kick. Yeah, it will be a free kick for Roxbury. Morgan Joyce to take the free kick here from the 35-yard line. The referee pushes it back. Pushes it back a couple yards and she's set to take the free kick. Good header there, but no one else to get the rebound there. Now Wayne Hills back with it. Now Wayne Hills trying to make a break for it. Sydney Chesson with the ball here. But Roxbury able to take it back and keep it in bounds here. And another fall from Osterman. And on the pass to Lessig. Goes out of bounds. Wayne Hills' throw. And they throw it back to Stepien. Gets to number 16, Bree McMullen. And a ball kicked from the goalie. Hits the back of Kyra Blakely. A bit of a miscommunication there from Lisiero and Stepien. Sierra saying she got it, but Kirsten Stepien kept running. And she had to just send it away and fortunately sent it into her own player's back. But Wayne Hills now with it on the offensive. A shot there from Bradley. No one there to get the rebound. And with 3 minutes left, the score still remains 1-0. Wayne Hills with the lead. McGowan passes it back. The Roxbury defense, he sends it away. Now Hills defense with it. Now at midfield is Sophia Bradley trying to get another breakaway for Wayne Hills. And the pass gets through the defense. Chesson to shoot, and it is saved by Honig. And the pass got past Haley Opper on defense, missed it, and then Chesson stopped before she took that first shot and decided to wait until the second, and then Honig able to save it there. Deflection off McMullen to Bayaz Khan. He gets past her defender there. And gets past another defender.
Bayaz Khan really taking the contact and not letting it get to her.
And Wayne Hill still with it here. Courtney Root kept it and then finally cleared out by Hernandez.
This team is strong. They take contact and they do not care. They keep the ball in their possession.
They're always pushing forward, trying to keep the ball at no matter the cost. And we talk about strong. I'll bring back up a highlight from last year. I forget who we were playing against, but it was a home game for Wayne Hills for States last year, and defender number 2 Dakota May completely took down another one of the players out on defense there, and everybody was posting around my call for it too. But yeah, this Wayne Hills soccer team, both the boys and the girls team, always put so much strength and so much power into their style of play, always trying to keep the ball. And though soccer, not many contacts are allowed, obviously, but they still put in so much brute force into the way that they play.
Yeah, this Patriots Stadium really is just an amazing place to play, amazing place to watch sports from. You see these amazing soccer teams, the amazing football team, with all three teams have great history. It's a pleasure to watch a nice game from this field.
And we see when we first enter the Wayne Hills parking lot that the sign says ranked number 1 athletics in the state of New Jersey. It's really all sports and all seasons. So many great sports, and some that we don't really get to cover and show, but those who do play those sports really do put their best foot forward in what they play. And now we see the clock hit 0, and Wayne Hills with a 1-0 lead over Roxbury with the lead here after Mia Lombardi's goal.
It's announced that Chatham has a 3-1 lead over Montville in the game. Looks like Chatham might pull away and win this one. And whether Hills or Roxbury wins this game, they will most likely be playing Chatham.
Montville, the 10 seed, they do have a record under 500. I believe they only had 3 or 4 wins in the entire season. But they had a surprising upset over the 7 seed Sparta, and they moved on to face off against Chatham, who is a 10-1 team and are ranked. A difficult game for them, and they knew going in as the underdog that Chatham really was going in as one of the strongest teams in the entire Northwest Group C bracket. And they knew it was going to be a hard opponent to face, but still, even that they've put up 1 goal, but still Chatham with 3 goals and the lead there in that game. So now the first half is over with Wayne Hills with a 1-0 lead. Don't go anywhere. Second half action is only minutes away. And we're back after the first half. Wayne Hills with the lead still 1-0 over Roxbury. As we found out, Chatham with the lead in their games, they will most likely be our opponent if we end up winning this game and going to the semifinals. And speaking of the semifinals, Wayne Hills boys soccer with a win yesterday over the 6th seed Montville. Took a win in that game 3-1, and they will be facing off against the 17 seed Mendham in the semifinals, and on Saturday will be playing their championship match if they win against Mendham, and could potentially be playing against crosstown rival Wayne Valley in that game.
Love to see the rivalry between Hills and Valley in any sport, but in soccer where, there's a lot of great players on both the girls and boys team. It's great to see such a popular sport that's played all around the world that you see Hills and Valley play each other in.
And in this girls bracket as well, we could see Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley play each other in the championship as well. If Wayne Valley beats Mendham today, and whoever they play in their semifinal round, whether it be West Morris or Morris Knowles, and we win this game and win against Chatham, it would be Wayne Hills versus Wayne Valley in the championship for this bracket for girls soccer as well.
Yeah, it reminds me of, I believe it was 2016 or 2017, where at MetLife Stadium, Hills faced against Valley in the state championship for football. I do believe it was 2016. That was NFL player David Njoku's younger brother, Evan Njoku's senior year. It's great to see the two rivals face off, even though, we're meant to dislike Valley. It's great to see them play against, our team, and it's great to see, how everything turns out in the end. Still both great teams.
Especially being from Anthony Wayne. I have some friends on both sides, and obviously some of the players on the team also from Anthony Wayne as well. So on the field they may be rivals, but off the field obviously they do get along. Now with the second half underway, and the sides are being switched. Roxbury starting off heavy on offense here. Throw in from Wayne Hills. Ball goes out again, and Wayne Hills will throw in. Roxbury will throw in. However, Wayne Hills does get the ball back. Neil Lombardi's pass to Weiss, who tries to get it to Chesson, but number 15, Ellie Opper of Roxbury steps in front of it. Now Mia Lombardi getting it back again for Wayne Hills. Now Weltman's taking a shot on goal there, and Honig able to pick it up.
Emily Honig, a lot of saves today, considering a lot of shots being taken from Wayne Hills.
There's Morgan Lessig with it. Just pass off to Vanessa Suarez. Back to Lessig, and pass hits the back of Courtney Root and gets sent over to Janella Sierra, goalie for Wayne Hills, who throws it over to Kirsten Stepien. And ball off the foot of Bradley. Goes out. after the throw in, Wayne Hills. Buffalo ball. Billy Weltman with it again. So running up, trying to get it to Chesson. Chesson not able to stay with it.
Low scoring game so far. It makes you wonder if the weather outside is really affecting them. I mean, it's 37 degrees outside. I'm wearing 4 layers and I'm still freezing cold, and these girls are out here wearing shorts, and I mean, they look perfectly fine. Like, they look like they haven't, frozen to death like us up here.
I'm surprised to see it, but opposed to us, they're on the field getting their blood flowing because they're moving and running across the field while we're just sat up here in a booth. Soon to be a sub for Roxbury. Looks like number 6, Lauren McGowan, will be coming back in. Wasn't for the entire first half, but just came out for the start of the second, but now is on the bench and looks to be coming in now.
Looks like Lily Waltman will be taken out of the game for...
She comes out and Bayaz Khan comes in. And Lauren McGowan comes in for Roxbury. Lombardi takes it and passes it to Courtney Root at midfield. Try to get a pass out to Chesson. It's cleared by Roxbury. Wayne Hills offense still with it here, maintaining possession. Bradley able to keep it in. And her cross goes over Lombardi's head, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Wayne Hills. 34 minutes left here in the game. Wayne Hill still with a 1-0 lead. And Chesson trying to get past the defense here. And Goodwin's cross. And a save there from Honig there. Bayaz Khan nearly got to it. Had her foot on the ball as it was in her hands. She was able to pick it up there after Carissa Goodwin's great cross.
On the left side of the field, they had Bayaz Khan and Sophia Bradley both about to intercept it. That one defender for Roxbury lucky enough to get the interception, and now it is on Roxbury's side of the field.
And we saw Bayaz Khan there got shoved by Lessig, but surprisingly no call there.
A lot of questionable calls here. I mean, Juliana Osterman has fallen twice, no calls there. Bayaz Khan has fallen, no call there. It's close in the playoffs. I mean, you can't be throwing yellow cards all over the place. So
we saw a couple falls from Osterman. Some that shouldn't have been called that remained not called, but also some that should have been called. Those still weren't either. It's only a few free kicks in the first half. Under Coach Rayberger, shouting out to keep the midfield tight.
You know, fouls are always something that can make or break a playoff run. Probably one of the more famous ones was in basketball in the 80s. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was called with a questionable foul. He went to the free throw line and ended up scoring the game-winning shot for the Lakers. That could have brought them down to 16 championships, other than 17 that they now have.
And Sophia Bradley tried to stay with it, but Haley Opper again with the stop there.
Now,
And I think they're giving Wayne Hills a free kick.
You know, you love to see
No card
a
for
very
a free
close
kick
game,
call.
very competitive game, but when there's all this aggression, all these fouls, you hate to see someone get hurt on either team. It doesn't matter if it's the playoffs. It doesn't matter if they're rivals. Watching an injury in person it stinks.
Good free kick there, and another shot. And it's wide right, and it goes out of bounds. So Wayne Hills not able to take advantage of the free kick. Foul call there. And they do get very close. Now, Emily Honig with a goal kick to send it away for Roxbury. Now, a foul going to be called on Chesson there. And it was a bit too aggressive there on that defensive maneuver to try and get the steal there. And Gianna Musamano is going to take the free kick for Roxbury. Now Wayne Hill's on an offensive break here. Bradley trying to stick with it. And she keeps it. The shot is again saved by Emily Honig.
That one was on goal. It was just on the ground mostly. A very easy save from Emily Honig.
Wayne Hills with it. Trying to make a break for it here. Bradley tried to get off a cross Lombardi there, but to no avail. Ball goes out of bounds. Off that play, Roxbury to throw, and also a substitution from them. Coming out number 12, Gianna Musmano. Or, excuse me, coming out number 10, Vanessa Suarez. And coming in is number 4, Kelly McDonald. Roxbury with it, trying to make a break for it, and another collision there. 2 players down. another shove there from Chesson. Takes down number 5 for Roxbury, Dylan Fay. Free kick from Hills. And Roxbury able to clear it. And Hills still trying to stick with it.
A lot of back and forth between the two teams. It has stayed on Roxbury's side so far within the first 14 minutes of the game. Of the half, I should say.
And Hills again trying to take another shot, but blocked by a Roxbury defender. And yet another shot. And it finally gets to the keeper, and it is a save there. I'm surprised nothing was called for. Bayaz Khan running into the goalie while she already had the ball in her hands. And again, back to Honig now. Honig's goal kick. It's intercepted by Root. Now Chesson has it. Out on the left side. Offense trying to make a break, and again, another shot hits the bottom of the field goal post and over the soccer goal crossbar there, and it will be a goal kick. Roxbury offense trying to make a move there, with the Wayne Hills defense able to clear it out and give it back to Wayne Hills at midfield, and it gets all the way to the other side of the field. It's like 3 subs ready for Roxbury here. With a shot there wide left. Shot from Bayaz Khan, stays on the ground and goes wide left. So like subs for Roxbury are going to be Vanessa Suarez coming back in, and also Kylie Hawley, the freshman, and the backup goalie Willow Bradley, the junior, coming in now as well. Listed on as number 0, because I assume that is what number she wears when playing goalie, because she's the backup goalkeeper. But now wearing number 24, she's going to be coming in to play a different position. Kirsten Stepien tries to clear it away, but Roxbury's still with it. Luciero has it. He's going to send it away for Hills. Now it goes out and the subs come in. Willow Bradley and Vanessa Suarez coming in. And there's not going to be a third sub. Kylie Hall will not be coming in yet. And Osterman will be staying on, but number 6, Lauren McGowan. Number 19, Morgan Lessig will come out. Plus some substitutions for Wayne Hills as well. Opspec back in. Wayne Hills just under 21 minutes left. Trying to keep it more with the defense here. Now maybe they're going with an offensive approach here with a breakaway. The crossover, and the shot again, just wide and just over the crossbar. A great shot, though. Goal kick. It's headed out of bounds and will be a throw-in for Roxbury now. Bayaz Khan swinging out to the left. Sydney Chesson. This ball kicked away by Dylan Fay. And the Roxbury defense playing really aggressively, trying to prevent Wayne Hills from scoring yet another goal. Wayne Hills defense really having to battle here. Roxbury's now trying to put it into full overdrive. Now Wayne Hills able to stop it, and Megan Weiss running with it. Sydney Chesson with it. And again, Dylan Fay with the steal.
Roxbury turning up the aggressiveness on their defense, but defense is half the battle of this game. And in most sports, they really got to make sure that they are able to get to Hill's side of the field. They got to make sure that they are able to score on Janelle Lacerio, a great goalie. It's tough, but it is doable for this Roxbury team.
Called it a corner kick, Lombardi's corner kick. Kicked out of bounds, and it will be yet another. And Sophia Bradley trying to get the header there, but again, just missed it. Now it's going to be a goal kick for Roxbury. I think I heard one of the Roxbury players say that her nose is bleeding. It looks like number 17, Chloe Hernandez, is. She comes out, and now Lauren McGowan comes in. I don't know if she took a hit to the face or maybe she just had a nosebleed, but hate to see that happen if she did, unfortunately, take a hit to the face.
It is cold, it's dry outside. It could be just a natural cause, but unfortunately, this game has been very aggressive so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little contact there that caused it.
It's a free kick from Roxbury there. Carla Farris sends it away to one of Roxbury's wingers there, but a foul is called and it will be a free kick for Wayne Hills, taken by Kirsten Stepien. Just under 15 minutes left in the game here. Wayne Hills still with the 1-0 lead from their goal in the first half. Another throw in for Hills here. Goodwin with it. Throws it in. Quick throw there. Now Bradley with it. And again the ball goes out of bounds. It will be another Hills throw in. Trying to take a shot there, and gets to Emily Honig, and she's able to stop it. It's a good one with it again at the left side. Be a goal kick for Honig. Sends it. Some contact there from Bradley, and well, it was Goodwin. Oh, excuse me, it was Megan Weiss. Bradley with a nice pass back to Blakesley. Still keeping with it here. Bradley tries to get a pass off to Waltman. And it goes back to the defense to Ava Osbeck. Now to Stepien. Good with it on the left side. Looks to cross. Can't get it far enough to the middle. And it goes to the goalie, Honig. Looks like some more subs coming in again. For Roxbury, looks like it's senior number 2, Ciara Rodriguez. And another shot on goal, and Honig with another save there. Under 12 minutes left in the game. And so it looks like number 19, the junior Morgan Lessig, is coming back into the game. Now, Roxbury with a bit of a break here. Morgan Joyce. And she falls, and Osback getting it back for Wayne Hills. And Lisiero picks it up and is going to send it away for Wayne Hills. Competing there for the ball is Sophia Bradley and Musamano. Bradley is able to keep it with Hills here. Morgan Weiss with it now. Across, and a shot, and a diving save from Emily Honig there. Bowman's shot again did stay on the ground there, so she was able to make the save there.
Sophia Bradley's out here doing 360s with the ball, and she still is able to gain possession. It just, I mean, this coaching staff has to be doing something right. Either that or the players are they're just amazing. It could even be a combination of both. That was an amazing dribble play. Shot almost goes in. It could not, just missed. 10 minutes left. Still a 1-0 game. It's been very close so far, but it looks like it could still be any team's game. So
now you see the subs. Lessig coming in for Willow Bradley. Now we see Weltman. The pass nearly gets through there. The Roxbury defense able to stop it. But now Wayne Hill's back with it again. Bradley tried to get off the pass, but intercepted by Roxbury. They clear it back out. It's back and forth, just switching sides now, but Roxbury on the offensive here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Like you were saying before, Jason, this coaching trio of Coach Rayberger, Coach O'Brien, and Coach Camano have been doing great for the past 4 years that it's been all three of them. Rayberger and O'Brien with a couple more years with the team, but it's been this trio for the past 4 years. And man, for these past 4 years, Wayne Hills girls soccer has been dominant. And they have been for such a long time now. And there's just something in these players and these coaches that have made this girls soccer team a phenomenal program.
Yeah, the coaching staff on really every single Wade Hills sports team is just phenomenal. And the players, too, are just phenomenal as well. It's great to see, the school that you go to just so dominant in almost every single sports category. It really makes you feel proud about your school.
fighting for the ball there. Now Wayne Hills wins the ball over. On the offense now. Across there, intercepted by Dylan Fay in the Roxbury defense. Wayne Hills trying to get it back again, and they do. Just trying to keep it there for as long as they can. About 6.5 minutes left now, but now the momentum completely switches after a great clearance there, and Roxbury on a bit of an offensive charge there, but now it's going to be a throw-in from Wayne Hills and also a substitution. Bayaz Khan coming out, and number 3 Sophia Kearney coming back in. Also another substitution. Number 6, Lauren McGowan coming in for Roxbury, and Kelly McDonald coming out. Going to be a throw-in for Wayne Hills off that play. Deflected off of Roxbury. Player went out of bounds. Goodwin was trying to get off the pass, but the ball did go out of bounds. Roxbury with it back. Throw in there. Great job by Weiss there to get the ball back to Wayne Hills. Ball goes back behind. The goal is going to be a goal kick for Roxbury. Kick. Next to about the 35 into Lauren Joyce. So 4 minutes, 12 seconds left. Wayne Hills still with a 1-0 lead. Roxbury's free kick goes to Wayne Hills. The Wayne Hills offense with it. And Lily Weltman's shot is over her head, and it's a goal for Wayne Hills. And that one shuts this one down. Wayne Hills now with a 2-goal lead and 3 minutes, 43 seconds left. That goal should seal this game here.
Lily Weltman with the goal. Right over the head of the goalie. 3 minutes left. Great shot to seal the game. Looks like they will, almost without a doubt, be making it to the semifinals. And I have high hopes for them for the rest of these playoffs. I mean, this is just a great team all around.
It might not have been the most powerful shot there, but just high enough of a chip shot there to get over Honig's head. And now a 2-0 lead after Weltman's goal.
24, Sophia Bradley. Goal was scored by number 5, Lily Weltman.
Almost positive, like you said, Jason, that Wayne Hills will be playing up against Chatham in the semifinal game. We don't quite know what's going on in the Wayne Valley Mendham game. Wayne Valley, the 1 seed, against Mendham, the 8 seed, and really don't know about the Knowles West Morris game either. Those games are on the other side of the bracket. Only ones that really matter here are obviously this game and the Chatham Montville game, as the winner of that game will be our opponent. Free kick from Wayne Hills. Now Wayne Hills lack of defense here. Roxbury with some offense, try to make a move. But Wayne Hills takes it back from him once again. And I believe they're going to call an offside penalty there. And yes, it will be offside on number 3, Sophia Kearney. Weltman with it again. Passing to the side. Goodwin on the outside left. Not back to Weltman. So keeping with it, tries to get it to Bradley. But McGowan able to intercept it. Give it back to Roxbury. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in, and the final minute of this game winds down now. And assuming now that play is slowing down, this will be the final score of this one. And another shot on goal from Sophia Kearney. Wide right. Mahana sends it away. One last time.
And that appears to be it. I mean, 7 seconds left. It's physically impossible for them to come back and win here.
Yeah, that will do it. The clock winds down to 0, and Wayne Hills defeats Roxbury 2-0 in the 3 seed. Wayne Hills Patriots will be going up against either Chatham or Montville, but it most likely looks like it will be Chatham to play against them in that semifinal game. But that semifinal game will be on Friday.
Wayne Hills would host. Either way, that game will be on Friday. And don't forget tomorrow, folks.
Friday, and because Wayne Hills is the 3 seed, and if they do go up against Chatham, the 2 seed, Chatham will host that game.
And their championship game would be on Saturday.
Now just a quick recap of this game. Mia Lombardi with the first goal to give Wayne Hills that lead, and to really seal the deal, Lily Weltman with a nice chip shot goal there, and that gave Wayne Hills their 2 goals up on the board, and they'll be moving on to the Northwest C bracket semifinal game on Friday. And I am Luca Yanuzzi alongside Jason Hook, and we will see you for the next semifinal game. And actually, no, we will see you tomorrow for the boys' semifinal game against Mendham.